How can property managers prove lease violations in court? Imagine trying to convince a judge that a tenant broke the rules without solid proof. It's like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. To win in court, property managers need to gather strong evidence that clearly shows the lease was violated. The first step is understanding what the lease says and what counts as a violation. Common violations include late rent payments, property damage, noise complaints, or breaking pet or guest rules. Each violation might need different types of proof. Documentation is the backbone of any case. Keep copies of the lease agreement, especially the sections that the tenant broke. Record all rent payments, noting any late or missed ones with dates and amounts. Save all notices sent to the tenant, like warnings or cure or quit notices, which show the tenant was informed of the problem. Take photos or videos of damage or issues that violate the lease. Save emails, text messages, or letters discussing the violation. If neighbors or other tenants complain about noise or disturbances, get their statements in writing. Also, keep receipts for repairs or cleaning caused by the tenant. When preparing for court, organize all your evidence logically. Make a timeline that shows when the violation happened, when the tenant was notified, and what steps were taken to fix it. Bring original documents and make copies for court and the tenant. If you have digital evidence like emails or photos, print them out and be ready to show the originals if asked. Every state has specific rules for eviction and proving lease violations. Usually, you start by sending a formal notice that describes the violation and gives the tenant a deadline to fix it or move out. If they do not comply, file an eviction lawsuit, often called an unlawful detainer, in the proper court. Attend the court hearing prepared with all your evidence. You must prove the tenant received proper notice, that the violation actually occurred, and that the tenant did not fix the problem within the allowed time. Testimony from staff or neighbors can also help strengthen your case. A few practical tips. Start documenting issues immediately when they happen. Use property management software or spreadsheets to track all communications and incidents. Train your staff to recognize and report violations quickly. Be consistent in enforcing lease rules to avoid claims of unfair treatment. And always consult with a lawyer familiar with local landlord-tenant laws before starting an eviction, especially if the case is complicated. In urban settings, where properties are close together and turnover is high, clear documentation and quick action are key. They help keep the property safe, protect your investment, and make sure you can prove your case if needed. Being organized and following legal steps makes the process smoother and reduces the risk of losing in court. Remember, strong evidence and proper procedures are your best tools to prove lease violations and keep your property running smoothly.